Hello, everyone. I am Lauren Weinberg. I am the Becoming Coach, psychologist turned women's empowerment and well-being coach.
Hi, and I'm Melanie McLeod, and I am a certified empowerment coach. I'm also a professional PCC certified coach, and I'm also specializing in business and spiritual coaching. Welcome to Talking Transformation Live.
Where it is always real talk in real time for real people because that's us and that's you. So, welcome everyone. And if you are here live, please let us know. Please drop something in the chat, in the comment section, because that's the only way that we know you're here. And we would love to have you as part of the conversation. So feel free to ask a question, answer a question, or just give your 2 cents. We really want you as part of this conversation.
Absolutely.
And what
So,
is our conversation today, Mel?
well, Lauren, I love our topic today because I hear people talk so much about this. And they say, I just want success. So today we're going to talk about success. What is this thing we want? What does it look like?
What is success? It seems like an easy question to answer, right? I think that when most people hear the word success, they immediately think in dollars and cents, right? Or volume, or do they have, a business that's self sustaining, or have they reached a certain place in the ladder that they're hoping to climb? But success can mean a lot of different things.
It can. And also, when we think about success, I think about small chunks of goals. Okay, I have a goal. So if I accomplish that goal, was I successful? I think I was. So I think every day I have successes, which makes me successful. So do I want to put everything into this one huge magnificent goal? Like, I want to be Warren Buffett. I want to be one of the richest people in the world. Okay. Well, it's going to take a whole lot of goals to get there. Isn't accomplishing those small successes along the
Yeah, and you froze a little bit, the unfortunate hiccups of technology, but I think what you were saying is those little steps along the way. I love the way that you broke that up. I think that's so important because it can still be working toward a business goal or a life goal, but right, why does it have to be this one thing that's so far out in the future? And the problem is it's like a mirage when you have it as I'm successful when I make this amount of money or I get this title,
yeah.
and then what? You
And you're
right? I
right about
mean, truthfully, success is always ahead of you if you have that marker. Like, because
Mhm.
when you make a certain amount, well, then you're looking for the next amount. And a lot of times people tie their happiness to success.
Yeah.
And right, that takes away all of the opportunity to celebrate where you are from here to there, like to celebrate all the possibility of the day to day success in your life.
Absolutely. What cracks me up, I tell people all the time, what do you do with a things to do list? Are you the person at the end of the day that looks at the list and says, okay, I got this done and I got this done and I got this done? Or are you the person that looks at the list and says, I didn't get this done, I didn't get this, I didn't get this done. So now you've just minimized the success you did have because all you're focusing on is what you still have left to do. Well, let's celebrate what you did do. Those were successes.
It's so funny you should say that. I read something the other day that I thought was hysterical, but also wonderful. Um, Somebody on social media posted, "Are you the kind of person who writes things down that they've already accomplished on their to do list just so you could cross it out?" But what I love about that is, okay, right? They were being tongue in cheek, and that's very funny. Like, all right, let me write down something I did so I can cross it out. But that really is celebrating yourself. And it's something that I
Yes.
try to remember to do and ask other people to do all the time. Like, let me celebrate myself. Let me celebrate what I did do, what I got
Yes,
accomplished.
yes. It's giving yourself credit for what you did. I see absolutely nothing wrong with that. It should have already been on the list to cross out, but if it wasn't, add it to the list and say, oh yeah, I did that. Pat myself on the back. I did that. That was an accomplishment. That's a success. So you can look at that week and think about all the things you did. And then I tomorrow still have more things to do. So tomorrow, let's see. Maybe I can do one or two more than I did today. Instead of I didn't get this done, I didn't get this done, I didn't get it's really being able to celebrate what you have accomplished always. And I love that, Lauren, with that, I didn't add that, I don't have that on my list. I'm adding it to the list. Absolutely.
Truth is, look, we all want to climb a mountain, right? Like whatever that mountain is. And we all can climb the mountain, but you climb it one step at a time. And you need that celebration of those steps in order to keep you going.
I love that because when you think about a mountain, have you seen anybody that just climbs straight to the top? There are plateaus, and they say, by day 30, I'm going to hope to get to this plateau, and it's going to take me 3 months to climb that mountain, but I'm going to get to a certain point and I'm going to rest. And that's the way I look at our goals. You need to make them manageable so you can sit and say, okay, I got to phase one. I love to look at things in phases. I have this big, huge goal. Let me phase it. Okay. By a certain time period, I would like to accomplish this. Now, what are the goals and steps that I need to do these things? And then those become part of my task list, my to-do list. And then every day I'm able to say, yeah, I'm celebrating all those successes that's going to get me to that goal and all those goals that's going to get me to that bigger milestone.
Absolutely. It's baby steps, right? Anytime you're creating goals for yourself, like you're saying, you have to break it down to the action steps, and you break those action steps down to the baby steps. And then you don't even notice that incline as much when you're taking those baby steps and not reaching well above and not taking those giant steps. You don't notice that the grade of that incline as much. I mean, not to kill the mountain metaphor, but it's such a good metaphor. And what I also love about climbing mountains is when you hear people talk about their stories of summits, they have to be flexible. Things happen, weather happens, and ropes break, and things go wrong. They thought they could go through a certain pass, but they can't, so they have to take a different pass. Like, being flexible is so important when you're thinking about success. It's not only one thing done in one way, right?
Exactly. And being able to be a problem solver and a decision maker, those things are marks of success. Because some people, when that rope break, will just sit down and say, well, I guess I can't do it now. Where other people will say, okay, so we have to find we have to get creative. We have to find a different way. We have to find a different solution. And to me, that is what marks a successful person, not someone who accomplishes something the first time they do it. It's someone who's able to navigate the journey and be able to deal with the challenges along the way and still keep their eye on the prize.
Yeah, and this is the difference between having a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Fixed meaning that things don't change. You only have a certain potential. You don't necessarily learn and grow along the way. And a growth mindset being that, you learn from your experiences, you can stretch, you can grow, like things will change. And then the goals that you set will change. All your definitions of what success is will change as you grow into and through your potential.
Absolutely. So I think it's important to look at yourself every day and be able to say, I am successful. Not I want to be successful. I am successful. And it's really being able to say, every day I'm going to be successful and more successful and more successful. And so my goal is to continue to be successful, not to strive for something that I'm not giving myself credit for already achieving.
Right. You're on the mountain. The mountain's not somewhere far away in the distance. You're on the mountain. Celebrate those successful steps you're taking every day. And think, if anybody's listening, what is your definition of success? Right? How will you know when you've been successful? What kinds of areas do you consider needing to consider success for? That I just said a lot of considers. Oh, well.
Well, I would like to challenge people to really every day to write down what they are already successful at. What have you already accomplished and achieved? Like every day, you can look and say, I am successful because, and then look at all the things that you've done, and then be able to say, I loved when you said earlier about that's not needing to be some way future huge goal that's just going to make you feel bad about yourself every day because you're not there.
Right. What is going to make me, how will I know when I've been successful today? How will I know when I've been successful at the end of the week? How will I know when I've been successful at the end of the month? It's okay to set those goals, but celebrate every day. I have two things that I do every day and that I really love for my clients to do every day, which is gratitude. What are you grateful for? What in your life, even things like waking up in the morning. I woke up this morning, I'm grateful, right? And things that have happened, right? So gratitude. And the other thing is those celebrations, right?
Yes.
You could think of successes as those celebrations. And whether that's a compliment you give yourself, something that you've accomplished, something you've checked off your to-do list, what are you celebrating for that day?
Absolutely. So before I went to bed last night, I was so tired and I said, no, you're going to clean this kitchen up. And then this morning when I got up and came down to a clean kitchen, I felt so successful.
Successful. That is a reward in and of itself, for sure. For sure. And you know what? I encourage people to think about, what does success look like in your relationships? What does success look like in your personal life? What does success look like for your self-care?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I
think
you hear some feedback a little bit. Okay, we're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So, for your self-care, for your personal care and your relationships, not just your business, not just where you make money, but where else in your life are you successful?
So we're going to encourage you to really start thinking about success in the present instead of success only in the future. There's nothing wrong with having future goals. They're good and they're important. But I think that we want to think about the fact that wherever we're going, it's going to take a lot of hard work and a lot of accomplishments to get there. So please don't wait until you get there to celebrate. Celebrate all along the way.
Absolutely. That's a great reminder. So please let us know what you think. Drop us your thoughts about success in our comments. And please remember to subscribe, share our program, and reach out to us. If you want to continue the conversation, we're always available to you. You could reach us at talkingtransformationlive@gmail.com.
And you also can reach us at our respective websites, which is lawrence'slastingchangewellness.com and I'm coachyouthesolutions.com. And we really hope to see you same time, same place next week. And please share this with your friends and family.
We'll see you next time. Try to join us live, 5 Eastern. We would love you to be part of the conversation.
Absolutely. Have a successful day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.